What is up, guys? Welcome to today's vlog. First thing I'm going to ask today is, I never asked this, press the subscribe button, because I was looking through my YouTube analytics and like over 50% of the people who watch my videos are people who aren't subscribed. So if you guys click that subscribe button, that can get my subscribers up and gets me closer to more subscribers, and eventually, maybe, never did this to get money, but you know, if I get enough views and enough subscribers, I can make money off of it, and I do it for fun. But why not make money when you're having fun at the same time? So today we are doing my 5 favorite abandoned places that I've been to. So this is my top 5, and the first one is the Westin Berger Mausoleum in Luray, which you guys have, if maybe you've watched it in one of my vlogs. I have one where I go there. So here's a little history about it. So supposedly a place called Green Castle was built in 1840 by George Kaiser, and John Wesley Bell ended up owning it, and supposedly he was a slave owner there, and his slaves ended up murdering him, supposedly. In the 1940s, a German man from Germany came to Luray, God knows only why, to move into this giant place called Green Castle, which had 13 rooms and 3 huge hallways. He was a brewer. He brewed beer out inside or outside the castle area. He owned his own business. He was very eccentric and rich, so people in Luray kind of thought he was a little weird, because that's not normal for Luray. In the late 70s, the Green Castle, the home, burnt down, and he had built the mausoleum across from this castle. I've never seen this castle because it burned down way before I could see it. But supposedly people in the area would go and raid it, and he still had like wine bottles there from when he moved out. And the whole him moving and leaving is a huge mystery, because the mausoleum was a place for his parents to be buried, and the bodies just somehow weren't there anymore. And the rumor was he shipped his parents' bodies back to Germany because it was getting vandalized. But in 1994 they found a body in the area, and it was announced that it was his mother, who was supposed to be back in Germany, her deceased body. So it's kind of a mystery there, but it's in Luray. I encourage you to visit it. Don't vandalize it. It's a cool place to go. So if you guys have any pictures of Green Castle or know anything about it, let me know. Number 4 is Camp Lupton in Woodstock, Virginia. It's not there anymore. I didn't know this, but I guess it recently got burned, the whole place. It's really cool. It's like you're in the town of Woodstock, and then literally like a mile out, it seems like the middle of nowhere, but there's this, not huge, but a pretty big Boy Scout camp, and it was made in 1938 by the Massanutten Military Academy, which is right there in Woodstock. It was a summer camp for boys, but not only was it recreational, they could get tutored for their next year of school. So it was a cool place to be. I went there, been there 2 or 3 times, and one time I went with my friend, and we were going down to this building, and we saw what we thought was a body, but it was a CPR dummy, and it scared the crud out of us. And there's this really weird room on one of the top stories of the main building. It was all pink, and the bed was still there. It was like a counselor's building or something, I was told, but the place was really cool. I'm glad I got to go before it burned down, but I'm going to try to put pictures of all these places in the video. So I have a few pictures, and some pictures I don't own the rights of. I'll find them from Google. I don't take credit for those. Number 3 is Berger Sanitarium in Stanton. I have a video of this also on this channel, so if you want to see that, I encourage you. It's a cool place. It was founded in 1932 by Dr. Joseph Berger. He was a very horrible man. He believed in eugenics and sterilization of people who were mentally ill, because if you sterilize them, you cannot create more mentally ill people. But I don't know how that all works, but I think that's horrible, and he ended up getting in a lot of trouble for it. In 1975, the state of Stanton took over Berger, and it became a little more safe, I guess. It was a place where people from up to the age 21, and after 21 they got shipped to, I believe, Western State is what it is now. I don't know all this. I'm just going from what I've read online. In 2003, it became completely abandoned, and it still sits there abandoned today. I've been in it 2 or 3 times. It's really creepy, actually, but it's a cool place to go. It's a cool place to explore. They said that they're trying to turn it into a shopping mall now, but I don't see any plans of that. It said like in 2017 that was supposed to happen, and there has not been any progress. Number 2 is the Hilltop Hotel in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. It sits on top of the mountain and it overlooks the Potomac River. It's awesome. I wish I could have saw it when it was not the way it is now, because it has fallen apart. I've been in it a few times. I went up there. It's a whole day trip. You got to take a whole day and just go up there, explore Harpers Ferry, explore the hotel. I believe now there's someone who watches it, but I've got to go in it. And it was built in 1890 by Thomas Lovett. It's burned down 2 times, not completely, but a lot. It was in 1912 and 1919. A lot of famous people have stayed there, like Bill Clinton, Mark Twain, Alexander Graham Bell. In 2007, it was bought for $10 million, and it's not worth $10 million, especially in the state that it's in. And supposedly now, there's plans, there's a big picture right outside of it of what it looks like now and what it's going to be turned into. And the whole city, the small city of like 300 people, they're trying to vote on it, and no one can agree. A lot of people want it, and a lot of people think, it's a waste of money, we don't want it here. I was so interested in this place that when I wrote for the Buzz, which is the newspaper at Sanitarium University, I did a whole article on this place, and I even contacted the people who were supposed to be owning it and turning it into this new place, and they read it and they typed back. But once I tried to get more information, they wouldn't let me talk to them anymore because they're being really secretive about it. But it's a cool place to go. And finally, my favorite place that I visited is called Lincoln Way in Clairton, which is basically Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. When I was, I believe, 22, I got a birthday gift to go see the Pittsburgh Penguins, my favorite hockey team, in Pittsburgh. So we made a whole weekend out of it, and the day that we were leaving, I wanted to explore a bunch of abandoned places, and I found this place. And it's a small neighborhood, basically one road, where the whole road is abandoned. There's like 20-something houses on it, and within the matter of like a week, everyone got up and left. And the rumors are there was this monster there, but I believe that it had something to do with the fumes in the ground, and I believe the government paid the people to get out of there to be safe. And when I went and visited, the road was blocked off, so we had to park and walk to it, and it was the coolest place. There was cars still parked in garages. There was clothes set out as if someone was getting ready for school the next day. It's literally as if a tragedy happened where people had to get up and they had to go. It's insane. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, please subscribe. That'd be awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. I might do a video of places that I want to visit, because there's a lot that I want to visit, but it's kind of hard right now during this virus, and I do a lot of traveling for these places. I go up to 2-3 hours to travel, so if you guys got suggestions, let me know.